system, which consists of the somatic sensory, somatic motor. Microphone. Okay. And the somatic sensory, somatic motor, and then the visceral sensory, visceral motor. So for there are specialized structures, for example, in the eyeball, we can have the special sensory neuron, whereas the other, for the general, we have the general sensory neuron for the skeletal muscle. So for the visceral, it also consists of your autonomic nervous system, which will be responsible for the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. So let's review one unit, no? The motor unit, the somatic motor function. It consists of the LMN, lower motor neuron. So it is found in the anterior point of the spinal cord, or in the cranial nerves. No? We have 12 cranial nerves, and the motor nuclei there will be found in the brainstem. It also consists of the axon, and then the neuromuscular junction, which is the synapse. It will connect the muscle from the nerve, and then the muscle fibers that it will be here. So that will be the components or the composition of the neuromuscular system. So for this, no? So earlier is the somatic motor. So for this one is somatic sensory. So as the name implies, we can feel something, not in the nerve. Okay? So it contains the specialized structures, and they have their specific sensory modalities, for example, sight, smell, and then it has the distal axon and the proximal axon as well. Okay. So let's go to the normal peripheral nerve. We have the nerve fiber. So it is said to be the principal structural component. Okay? So we have here the axon, the whole length, no? And it will have the Schwann cell, and they will be myelinated on the myelin sheath covering. Okay? So that spells the difference between myelinating, may mga demyelinating diseases, diba? So each of these will be your node or internode, that they are separated by the telomere. Okay. So we have here the soma, no, or the neuron itself. It has the nucleus and the dendrites, na, the processes. Okay, and this is the axon. Memorize yun na yan, di ba? Tapos sa kayo neuron. And this is your motor and we thank you for okay. So let's look at the connective tissue sheath. Sheath, S-H-E-A-T-H, covering it, na? So the entire nerve, no, would be covered by the epineurium, no? The entire peripheral nerve. And each of them will have fascicles of this nerve bundles, no? So each of these fascicle or bundle would be covered, no, or enveloped by the perineurium. And eventually, each of those, ito na individual nerve fiber will be covered by your endoneurium. Same is true pag muscle na tayo, na sa anong tawag, mesonym lang yung palet. So epimesonym, perimesonym, and endomesonym. Walang paramesonym. Okay. Next. So again, we emphasize that it is either myelinated or unmyelinated. Okay? So again, the axons are supposed to be myelinated, diba? And they are separated by nodes of Ranvier. Each of the segments are known as internodes, diba? So a single Schwann cell would supply the myelin sheath for each of the internode. Ito ulit separation yan. Okay. Anatomy pa naman. So, yan na. Review lang ulit. Epi, peri, and endoneurium. Okay, let's go to the lecture proper. What are the general types of peripheral nerve injury?
So we all know that in pathology, ano na talaga tayo, no? May disorder, may injury, may disease, may dysfunction, may abnormality. Okay? Pero yung mga pathologist, normal kami. Okay? May disclaimer. Okay, so first is the axonal neuropathy. And second category would be demyelinating. Na? So from the name itself, you know the pathology lesion already. And this one, neuronopathies. Okay? So let's go first to axonal neuropathy. So axon. So primarily it's the axon, but secondary disintegration of the myelin sheath also occurs. Okay? So there is damage to the axon, pwedeng localized or focal or pwedeng generalized. Okay? Usually focal pag may trauma. Of course, the portion that is traumatized only, no? Or if there is ischemia, so yung portion lang that has been devoid of blood supply, diba? Kaya siya na focal or local. Generalized, it's the entire, no? So it can also consist of a type of neuronopathy if the entire neuron is involved, okay? But generally, pwede siyang general na axonopathy lang, okay? May pharma plating ba? Wala. Galing. Kala ko Friday. Okay, Valerian. Volkswagen kasi diba? Valerian degeneration. So this is a special type of axonal neuropathy wherein the cause is traumatic transection. No? Pwede siyang sa OR, di ba, na-transect yung nerve. So there is breakdown of axon and then the affected Schwann cell will catabolize the myelin sheath, no? The myelin. And later on, it will engulf, parang Pac-Man, di ba, mga scavenger. So you form the myelin ovoids. So again, when we talk of Valerian degeneration, what is seen is the myelin ovoid. So laging ganun sa pato, di ba? You associate a certain pangalan, characteristic. So here, what happens, the proximal stump would undergo degenerative changes. So dun sa distal 2 to 3 internodes. And then eventually, it's always the case na after the degenerative activity, there would be a regenerative activity naman. So even if, for example, diba, if it's degenerating, it can also affect the myocytes beneath, no? Underneath. So it can have denervation injury also, no? Na wala yung nerve supply. But eventually, after regeneration, there can be a innervation ng myocytes. So pag dun sa area that is far from the lesion, it can produce parang mass, no? So it's a form of pseudotumor, we call the traumatic neuroma. Kasi galing sa trauma, di ba? Okay. So hindi talaga siya totoong tumor. So this is the diagrammatic representation of Valerian degeneration. So normally ganyan, no? But sabi, the distal 2 to 3 internodes, no, will have undergone this degenerative activity, and then eventually magpo-form naman siya, parang na-repopulate niya ulit na regenerative sprouts, and eventually natakpan lang, ganun na ulit siya. So, but then again, what is affected would be the signal strength, no, initially, because it has affected the yung distal 1, 2 to 3, no? And the distal extremities are also affected. Okay, so under axonal neuropathy, I mentioned that it's not only the axon, di ba? So there can be a secondary disintegration of the Schwann cell, no? So there is a nerve injury. So there are two patterns also, segmental demyelination, under pa rin siya sa axonal neuropathy, and axonal degeneration, depending on which one is affected, di ba? Depends on target to the nerve injury, either sa Schwann cell or to the axon. When it's segmental demyelination, as the name implies, segment only, so it can affect some but spare the others, okay? Segmental. And then demyelination, so walang myelin, there's loss of myelin sheath. So yun lang. Sa axonal naman is the axon, but at times it can involve the entire neuron. Okay? Followed by, diba, nag-degenerate. So, eventually mag-regenerate naman. And then, as I've mentioned, even the muscle will be re-innervated. Okay? Buti na lang may sarili siyang compensatory. So here is the diagram of the neuromuscular unit. Diba ito yung muscle? So they appear as round pag daw pag adult polygonal na. So here is a normal neuron, and yung dendrites, ito yung axon with the myelin sheath produced by the Schwann cells. So ito yung myocytes. There can be there can be axonal na sa axon. So these are the events, no? And then there would be effect din sa myocytes, di ba? Ito, may mga nag-degenerate kasi sila. And eventually, dun sa, yan, pwedeng dito lang focal or the whole length, no? Eventually, when it has regenerated, it will also be re-innervated, na? So balik ulit siya sa dating, okay? Okay, so much for axonal. Gets niyo ba? Pwede siyang segmental demyelination or axonal degeneration. Overall, ang kanyang broad classification is axonal neuropathy. Okay, let's go to the second pattern, which is your demyelinating neuropathy. Okay? Demyelinating siya, no? So, when does this occur? When there is dysfunction sa Schwann cell or damage to the myelin sheath. Okay? So when there's dysfunction, this is usually hereditary in nature, na? And it is combined, hereditary motor and sensory neuropathy, HMSN. Okay? But if it's due to the damage to the myelin sheath under the myelinating, ang prototype disease is Guillain-Barré syndrome, or GBS. And overall, for all demyelinating diseases or neuropathies, the hallmark is slow nerve conduction. So when you diagnose, you look for the nerve conduction velocity, which is usually slow, mabagal, especially sa distal portion. It is said that there is no primary abnormality of the axon, but of course, sa chronic course, it can also affect, because this is more of the Schwann cell and myelin. Okay. So, earlier, ano sabi natin si Wallerian degeneration, myelin ovoid. Ngayon, pinakikilala sa segmenta si onion bulbs. Okay? Earlier, anong nagkakos sa myelin ovoid? Kanina? Kalimutan na. Ito, ang cause naman, meron siyang parang may alternating light and dark. Ito naman, because of the demyelination, as may nare-remyelination, that would cause the redundant basement and the concentric layers itong Schwann cell cytoplasm. Okay? So, eventually, as I've mentioned, there can be injury to the axon pag chronic course na. So, pag chronic demyelinating. Okay? So, the third pattern is neuronopathy. Mamaya natin i-discuss si GPS. There's a special topic. Si neuronopathy, of course, neuron will be destroyed, and the effect is proximal and distal parts of the body kasi it's the whole neuron. Okay, so let's go to the anatomic patterns. Nomenclature naman tayo. Earlier, general types yun ng peripheral nerve injury. So, anong mga patterns anatomically? Siyempre, pag mono, neuropathy, single nerve, usually traumatic event. Poly, marami. Usually symmetrical, and it follows the glove to glove or stockings. Paano ba kayo magsuot ng stockings? From the distal puntang proximal. Ganun din sa gloves. Wala namang mapabaliktad. Okay. So, from distal to proximal. Ito pa another name, mononeuritis multiplex. Baka misnomer, mono, akala natin. Pero doon tayo sa multiplex. So, multiple pa rin yung nerve involvement. And there is a corresponding vasculitis, and the arrangement, hindi siya symmetric or haphazard distribution. And lastly, polyradiculopathies. Pag narinig niyo yung radical, nerve roots yan, roots. Radiculopathy and poly, so multiple nerve roots, again symmetric in distribution, and it is said to be very painful kasi may mga roots na, may pain endings. Okay. So let's go to the 5 patterns na pinakilala according to etiology: inflammatory neuropathy, infectious neuropathy, hereditary neuropathy, acquired metabolic and toxic neuropathy, and traumatic neuropathy. Lahat sila ang apelyido nila ay neuropathies. Okay, so if you would notice, magkaiba si inflammatory kay infectious. So, syempre, for infectious, it will have an organism na may infectious agent. Okay, let's go to the inflammatory. And mostly the inflammatory ones are immune in origin. Okay? So as galing naman sa name, di ba? So there is inflammatory cell infiltrates. Where do you see them? Sa peripheral nerves, sa nerve roots, sensory and autonomic ganglia. And as I mentioned, ano siya? Immune, no? Rarely siya na infectious kasi dapat ang classification niya infectious na lang. So more of immune siya. So inflammatory immune, ito na pinakikilala si GBS. Si GBS is another name which is acute. Tandaan niyo acute because there's a chronic counterpart na walang pangalan. GBS siya acute inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. So sundan niyo na lang sa kanyang pangalan. Acute onset, na? Inflammatory kasi immune mediated. Demyelinating kasi nga nawala yung myelin sheath, and multiple nerves, na? Hindi lang isa. So this is said to be life-threatening. Why? Because it can produce respiratory paralysis. Ascending paralysis yan, na? From the distal extremities paakyat. 2/3 are preceded by parang influenza, flu-like illness. Pwedeng sa GI kasi may jejuni. Tapos pwede rin parang viral na na respiratory, na CMV, EBV, and mycoplasma. So immunologic reaction, T-cell mediated, and the pattern would be segmental demyelination. Okay? Induced by the activated macrophages, T-cell precision. Okay. So what do you see? When you do your biopsy, you can see inflammation kasi nga inflammatory siya. Peripheral nerve, na where do you see them? Endoneurial. So nandun sa mga individual nerve fiber, endo. And perivenular. When you say perivenular, nasa vein, tapos paikot, na. So surrounding the vein, there are lymphocytic and may mga macrophage and lymphoplasmacytic na mga infiltrants. Okay? Again, sabi natin, segmental demyelination, na. Yun ang primary lesion, and then followed by remyelination. So at times, pwedeng walang axonal damage, pero it can involve the axon also. And the most intense inflammatory reaction is close to the nerve roots. Okay, those are the characteristics when you look at them under the microscope sa biopsies. Dun siya, no? So ito yung pathogenesis. So we have here, di ba, siya, immune. So we have antigen antibody, na binding. So ito yun, na there are unidentified antigens that would be directed against dito, na. And then there would be complement fixation, CMAP. And there would be injury to the nerve. Eventually, ito yung effect, diba? T-cell mediated macrophage scavenging. Okay? So same is true here. Pinapakita lang yung loss ng myelin kasi may demyelinating disease to, na. And yung Schwann cell. Okay? Clinically, so what happens in a person with, sa patient? Weakness, na? Yun ang characteristic niya. Distal, papunta sa proximal, ascending paralysis. Yung DTRs niya ay nagdi-disappear, can have loss of pain, and then a form of radiculoneuropathy, na? May inflammation and demyelination ng nerve roots and peripheral nerves. So what do you think? Anong presentation other than weakness? Do you think maapektuhan ba yung bowel and bladder as you go up? Okay, no? So possible. And also when it comes to the diaphragm, there can be respiratory paralysis. Pwede siyang ma-dead sea, no? Yun yung problema, respiratory. Ano pa? Pwede rin, pag umakyat pa lalo, there can be difficulty in talking, swallowing, no? Hindi na rin siya makakain. So how do you diagnose? Na-mention ko earlier, kasi ang kanyang hallmark is slowed nerve conduction, no? So magpagawa ka ng nerve conduction velocity which can be slow. There are times, no, you can, ginagawa din yung lumbar tap na CSF analysis because at times parang namimimik na yung mga CNS infection, na. So when you do that, the CSF probing is increased with little or no cells seen, na pleocytosis. Treatment is plasmapheresis and intravenous immunoglobulin, mahalin, no, and depending on the weight of the patient. No? Prognosis, 2 to 5% die due to respiratory paralysis, autonomic instability, and sa heart din, no, and complications of treatment. Okay, ito yung picture ng patient with Guillain-Barré, no? So again, autoimmune, sometimes daw associated siya sa immunization and usually preceded by respiratory or GI na infection. Progresses over hours to days, no? Acute onset, minimal muscle atrophy, more of weakness siya, no? And ascends bilaterally yung kanyang weakness. Sa lower extremities, so ataxia, weakness. Ito, naiiti siya, no? Endotracheal tube. And then hook siya sa ventilator because there's respiratory paralysis, na problems with respiration, talking, swallowing, and bowel and bladder function. Okay? So any questions as GBS? Can you now diagnose? Can you, when you see a patient, na alam na this? Okay? So next is chronic. So counterpart lang siya ni acute. Wala siyang pangalan. Walang pangalan, mahabang pangalan na chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyradiculopathy. So mostly, acquired ang condition na ito. It can persist for more than 2 months, may relapse and remissions, symmetric din siya, tas mixed sensory motor, polyneuropathy. Ang pathology niya parang medyo ganun din, may immune kasi na may antibodies and then may T-cell mediated. May remission sa steroids, yun pa rin naman yung kanyang mode of treatment. Pero, when you look at the microscope, you see onion ball structure. Again, due to recurrent demyelination and remyelination. Okay? So, there are other inflammatory or immune neuropathies which can be brought about by a systemic autoimmune disease like your Sjogren's and lupus, na SLE. So, meron din naman neuropathy associated with vasculitis. Ang name niya is non-systemic vasculitis neuropathy. So, nice to know that there are other conditions that can bring about inflammatory. So, let's go to infectious. Alisin dapat yung word na inflammatory, hindi ko natanggap. Infectious na tayo, na? Leprosy, diphtheria, ito yung mga, agent, etiology. Varicella zoster, Lyme disease, and HIV. Okay. So pag leprosy, dalawang klase, di ba? Lepromatous and tuberculoid. Anong etiologic agent niya? It's a type of parang TB, Mycobacterium, but this time leprae, di ba? And yun nga, Hansen's disease din yung other name niya. Pag lepromatous, the Schwann cells are invaded by the organism, na si Mycobacterium leprae, and they proliferate. Again, ang presentation is segmental demyelination and remyelination. So symmetric na naman, no? Extremities and face. So di ba yung mga leprosy patients, parang wala silang pakiramdam, may anesthesia, no? Kaya kapag slit smear, masakit siya, na? Hindi nila nararamdaman. But once they feel something, maganda yun kasi gumagaling na sila. Diba? Tuberculoid. Tuberculoid, active cell-mediated immune response, na? So, katulad ng TB, pero non-cascading naman siya ng, nagpo-form ng granulomatous nodules, na? Okay. And then again, cutaneous nerve yung ina-attack niya. So sa infectious, si diphtheria can form an exotoxin na nagde-develop siya niyan, leading to yan yung effect. And again, yun na naman, selective or segmental demyelination. So anong characteristic niya? Meron siyang pseudomembrane formation, di ba, sa diphtheria. Okay? Next is varicella zoster. Ito very characteristic. Para siyang chicken pox, di ba? Yung may vesicle, yung may tuwid-tuwid. So, shingles yun. Very painful to because it follows the dermatome distribution, no? Sensory. May reactivation, no? Latent infection, parang sa chickenpox, tapos na-affect niya yung neuron sa sensory ganglion. Usually, thoracic or trigeminal nerve. Merong neuronal disruption, neuronal loss, and mononuclear infiltrates. Very painful yan. Yung mother ko nagtulong na hospitalized sa sobrang sakit. So, Lyme disease, anong cause? Borrelia burgdorferi. So, late stage, usually kung mapapansin niyo sa mga late stage or latent, ano siya, it can cause polyradiculopathy and facial nerve paralysis. Okay, so ang HIV naman, peripheral neuropathy because of immune dysregulation and maraming patterns daw ng neuropathy. So they are all considered here because they produce a type of a neuropathy din, di ba? So lahat ng mga yan. So let's go, mamaya na, laktawan ko si hereditary, punta muna tayo kay acquired ha. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, si inflammatory, infectious, diba, sabi ko hereditary, tas acquired, tas traumatic. Puntahan ko lang si acquired. And you say metabolic, usually DM na ang comes to your mind. So mainly types 1 and 2. You know that there is a peripheral neuropathy, di ba? It's a complication, especially when there is vascular insufficiency, putol paa, no? So eventually leading to gangrene, di ba? May ischemic necrosis. So most common pattern is ascending, ganun naman. Kasi nga, from the periphery, di ba? Ascending distal symmetric sensory motor polyneuropathy. So there are metabolic and vascular pathologies. So vessel. Axonal neuropathy is predominant, but pag chronic, segmental. Di ba nakita niyo yun, may dalawang, yun yung mga mostly yung pattern, segmental tsaka axonal. So, do you still remember your diabetic kidney, DM, di ba? So what happens to the vessel? Anong tawag dun sa pathology natin? Anong slide nyo? Ito, may thickening, yung mga arterioles, may thickening, may hyalinization, may basement membrane deduplication. Ano natatandaan nyo? Nandiyan na yung word. Hyaline arteriolosclerosis. Di ba? May ganun? Kasi yung arteriole na surround din siya, nagpo-produce siya, may hyaline. Hindi hyaline membrane na. Hyalinization. It's a type of protein. Okay, clinically, may decreased sensation sa distal extremities, loss of pain, sensation, di ba, nagnanam, or minsan painful naman siya. Dysfunction in autonomic nervous system in 20 to 40%, cranial neuropathy, radicular plexus neuropathy. So ito yung problem natin, di ba, pag may vascular insufficiency, there is ischemia, gangrene, no? Eventually, well, non-viable na siya, you have to amputate. Okay? So there are other conditions aside from DM that would cause itong acquired metabolic and toxic. Number 2, yung uremia, no? Uremic neuropathy, distal symmetric neuropathy din siya. Patients will develop muscle cramps, diminished in yung deep tendon reflex. And ang type niya is also demyelination. Another is hypothyroidism. Okay? So, distal symmetric then and mostly sensory ang affected. Okay? Hypothyroid, and papacheck mo, TSH is increase, decrease. Increase, na? Okay. So, ano pa? Malignancies, na? Under pa rin siya sa overall heading natin na acquired metabolic toxic. How will the tumor affect it? It can be due to direct infiltration, kapasok yung tumor, or makakompress niya yung peripheral nerve, no? Leading to these neuropathies. Or pwede siyang parang may paraneoplastic effect, no? Producing a sensory motor neuropathy or associated with monoclonal gammopathies which acts as paraproteins, na? So anong characteristic niya? Ito daw, points. Polyneuropathy, organomegaly, endocrinopathy, monoclonal gammopathy, and skin changes. Okay? And at times, pwede may amyloid deposition. Ano natatandaan yung monoclonal gammopathy? si multiple myeloma, diba? May M protein. Nilaktawan ko na naman si hereditary. Si traumatic, siya yung ika-5, diba? Traumatic neuropathy, na? Usually due to compression of a nerve, na? Peripheral nerve. So, ang most common is carpal tunnel syndrome, CTS, na? Producing wrist drop. Kasi ang affected, ano bang sinusupply ng median nerve? So, sa may thumb, no? And the first, dito, sa may wrist, kaya wrist drop. Women are more affected than men, bilateral ang ano niya, dalawa. So, increased incidence with tissue edema, pregnancy, arthritis, pag excessive repetitive motions, yung mga nagko-computer, na? Parang nag-aaral, naglalaro talaga. And then, DM. Okay, so ano effect? Nagkakaroon ng numbness and paresthesia ito sa tip ng thumb and first 2 digits. Okay, so there are other nerve, no, that can be affected. For example, pag yung ulnar nerve, it will be the elbow that will be affected. Na? Pag naman peroneal sa may knee, pag daw radial upper arm, so sasayaw na naman ako. Yung ano, producing Saturday night palsy, na? Yun daw yung affected. Yung kahapon, sumayo ko yung ka-classmate ko, isang student. Intermetatarsal, it can cause mortal neuron. Okay? Nakakapanahunan niya si John Travolta. Okay, pumunta na ako kay hereditary na nilaktawan ko kanina. So, ang hereditary pwedeng purely motor, pwedeng purely sensory, or combined na, hereditary, motor, sensory. Kanina na-discuss natin yan. So, ganun lang naman karakteristik niya kung both sensory and motor. Ito naman sensory lang. So, sensation, pain, and temperature. Pag motor, yung ano niya. So, pag hindi siya nagpo-fall dyan sa tatlo, there are other classification ng familial amyloid polyneuropathies or secondary to metabolic diseases. And what are these diseases? Leukodystrophy, siguro ito yung PML na progressive multifocal leuko. And then porphyria, and then Refsum disease. Okay? So under pa rin sa hereditary motor sensory combined, no? Kasi isa sensory only, yung isa motor only. Si Charcot-Marie-Tooth na CMT. So, tandaan nyo si Charcot-Marie-Tooth ay under sa hereditary na both motor and sensory. It is the most common among all the hereditary. No? Follows autosomal dominant trait. Anong characteristic? There is distal muscle atrophy, sensory loss, and foot deformity. Characteristic na ito, PES, CABUS, mga may picture. And there are multiple subtypes. Sabi ko sa mga estudyante, dati yung nag-aaral ako, isa lang siya. Ngayon, ano siyang CMT1, CMT2, and CMTX. Yung XIX link. Kasi mostly autosomal dominant siya. No? So itong CMT1, may duplication sa region sa chromosome 17 to include the PMP22 gene. So usually aged 20s na, second decade, difficulty in walking, tripping, atrophy ng calf muscle, and wala akong picture yung paa. The paa, importante. PES, CABUS, na? Parang may excavation. Hindi siya flat-footed. Ano ba ang ano? Ang pangalan pag flat-footed. PES. Okay. So, slowly progressive distal demyelinating motor and sensory neuropathy. Okay? So, yung mga sabi ko may X na ngayon kasi X-linked, CMTX na. Ang mutation niya dito ay CJD1, connexin 32 of Schwann cells. Si CMT2 naman, pareho naman silang autosomal dominant. This time may axonal injury. Kanina di ba, demyelination. So ang mutation niya, tatandaan na natin 2, MFM2 gene. Dito, hindi siya, dapat sabi natin si CMT1 ay second decade, dito early childhood, so mas bata. Pero, mas severe siya. Okay, yun yung kaibahan niya. Okay, any questions so far sa mga info overload ko? Before we go to another topic. Sa review. Monday na exam. Nagawa na, Dito nawala na ako. So, general types ng nerve injury, ano nga? Tatlo, axonal, demyelinating, tsaka neuronopathy. Pag patterns, yung 5. Ano yun? Inflammatory, tapos na mostly immune na, si GBS yun, si acute as chronic, tapos yung iba associated sa mga systemic diseases, katulad ng SLE, gano'n na, tapos sa marami ko sinasabi. Number 2 is infectious, na may 5. So, sino yan? Pwedeng may sa diphtheria, sa leprosy, varicella zoster, may, hindi, yung 5 lang, HIV, tsaka ano kulang ko, Lyme disease. Si ano kasama na kasi sila doon. So, number 2 yun. Number 3, hereditary, di ba? Tapos yung pangatlo, pang-4, acquired metabolic toxic, kasama doon si DM, uremia, hypothyroidism, di ba? Malignancies, ano pa lang doon? Yung may monoclonal, gammopathy, and number 5 is traumatic. Nandun si na carpal tunnel, di ba? Na-review ko ba kayo? So let's go to diseases of the neuromuscular junction. So do you still remember yung sa signaling, signal pathways, di ba? According to distance, merong autocrine, merong paracrine, merong endocrine, and ito yung pang-4 sa neuromuscular junction or synaptic. Tatandaan nyo na? So they are found here na along the muscle fibers, and then usually they release acetylcholine na sa synapse. Okay? So of course, you know yung lock and feed na, yung acetylcholine dapat dun siya sa mga receptors niya, no? Yung swak na swak talaga. Okay? So yung patients, they present with painless muscle weakness. Okay? Ang problem pag may disorder dito, nagkukulang, di ba? Yung receptors. So kaya yung dito na-perform ng pag i-relate niya sa tissue, yung action potential ng muscle, natatandaan niyo ba, no? So, anong presentation? Pag may kulang, weakness, no? Nanghihina siya. So, yun lang. I-correlate lang natin. So, ang prototype na disease is myasthenia gravis, MG, parang kotse lang, no? Autoimmune, immune-mediated destruction. Tandaan niyo na immune-mediated destruction nitong mga acetylcholine receptors, kaya sila nakukulangan. No? More females, mapalad ang lalaki, before age 40. So usually associated siya sa thymic disorder, pwedeng thymic hyperplasia, thymoma. Kawawa naman kung thymic carcinoma kasi may malignancy pa. So decrease, ba't kaya disease to namatay? Decrease acetylcholine receptors and type 2 hypersensitivity. So gets nyo na? So may autoantibodies kasi immune siya, autoimmune, loss of the functional acetylcholine receptors sa neuromuscular junction, fluctuating weakness. Mapapansin niyo yung patient, diba? After niya magsayo-sayo or basketball, ganun. Meron akong brother-in-law na ganun. No? Siya nag-weaken, na? Begins in the extraocular muscle, mitosis sila, at saka may diplopia, nagdo-double vision. So anong treatment? May sumagot sa akin na nag-pharma na neostigmine na mga gano'n. Anticholinesterase. Prednisone, plasmapheresis, and kung may thymoma, dapat i-resect na. Tanggalin yung thymoma. Alam niyo ba yung thymoma? Sa mediastinal tumors yan na. Tapos nakaisa lang. Na-discuss yan. Okay, napasasabi. Kaya yung mga patients, lalo na sa US, may tag yan sila. May tag sila pag MG patients sila. Yung pangalan, yung address, o sino pa kontakin. Kasi minsan nalolobat yan eh. Baka walang pang charge. Parang halpod na ako dyan. Oo, kailangan nila talagang, nanghihina sila at towards the day. Okay. other than myasthenia, may ano din, iba pa. Pero this time, ang autoantibodies are directed against the presynaptic calcium channels, na? So, ang pangalan niya ay si Lambert-Eaton syndrome. So, iba siya kay myasthenia gravis, na? But pareho sila kasi nasa neuromuscular. There is also muscle weakness. Ito, hirap siya umakyat ng stairs, na? Then, meron din siyang X-ray, na? Ito yung kanyang may vision sa mind. And then, large. So, may hilum lang. Okay? Tapos, ito yon yung presynaptic mga calcium channels, yun yung ano niya. Meron din siyang dryness of mouth, no? Tapos yung kanyang DTRs, deep tendon roots. So usually associated siya sa paraneoplastic process, like yung small cell lung carcinoma. Okay, ang kaibahan niya, this will improve with activity daw, no? Okay? So, laging may others, no? Nung pagkapanahon na ito, hindi pa po related. Even toxins, no? They can produce a type of neuromuscular disorder na nandun sa, kasi binablock niya. Yung napoproduce itong Clostridium botulinum, it will produce a toxin that would block, neurotoxin siya, no? Release of acetylcholine from the presynaptic neurons, no? Also, ganun din yung mechanism of action ni curare, which is a muscle relaxant, na araw niya ba yan? It can produce flaccid paralysis. Meron kasing spastic, diba? So, ganun daw. Okay. Any question? Tapos na tayo sa chapter, o kalahati ng chapter. Very good. Tapos na. Pero may, wait, there's more. So, tapos na tayo peripheral na, punta tayo sa skeletal muscle. Pero before that, matanong ko lang, are there foreigners? Meron bang alien? Wala. Ano nga sa'yo? Okay? Because I'm speaking in Tagalog. Filipino. Sige. Wala naman. Foreign body cells, puro langas lang. Okay. So let's go to your skeletal muscle. So we do away with the smooth, no? Hindi tayo mag-discuss nun. Pati cardiac muscle. More of skeletal or the striated muscle. So the normal skeletal muscle, they say that it is polygonal in shape when it's adult, no? Infant round sila. So ito, mukhang polygonal pa, no? So adult siguro itong muscle na to. So it depends on the age, specific muscle, and the functional status of the muscle fiber. Okay. So ito yung normal, pinutol na, no? Kanina karutong siya ng neuron. So ito yung normal muscle. So depending on the type, red daw, mamaya di-differentiate natin. Red ay type 1 fiber, pink ay type 2 fiber. Okay? So what happens in denervation? Yun na naman, at saka atrophy. Yung kaninang picture din, di ba? Nagkukulang. So atrophy is decrease in size and number. And then, ay natakpan. Pag nagkaroon naman siya ng re-innervation and regeneration, very good na naman siya. Okay? Gets niya? So ito yung normal, tapos nag-undergo siya ng denervation and atrophy. And eventually, because of re-innervation and regeneration, parang fresh ulit. Okay, so ito naman, using the special stain, mga usually ano yan, actin myosin, no? So it can appear as parang crossword, para daw puzzle, no? Ayan, mga parang puzzle. Ito naman ang HME. Okay, cross-sectional. So yung diameter. Okay, let's compare types 1 and type 1 and type 2 fiber, muscle fiber. Ang code daw niyan, 1 slow, red, fast. 1, type 1, slow kasi sustained yung force. Ito fast and furious na mabilis. Tapos, red kasi red ang color, pink dito. And then, ang prototype niya, sabi daw fox, parang pigeon or soleus muscle. Okay? 1, slow, red, fox. So ano pa? Low ang power niya, high ang type 2. Ang pag nag-ano ka, itong ang appearance niya would be dark at pH 4.3, light at pH 9.4. Baliktad ito. Okay? The lipids are abundant in type 1, pero ang abundant naman sa type 2 ang glycogen. Okay? Ang density ng mitochondria ay high sa type 1, dito low, tapos aerobic siya, no? So may oxygen ito anaerobic. Red, pink, tapos ito soleus muscle and pectoral muscle ang example or prototype muscle. Okay? So ito yung kanina, ang kaibahan lang mesonym, no? Epimysium, perimysium, and endomysium. Kaibahan dun sa perineurium, epineurium. So kung kanina may general patterns na yung reactions, so here naman, ang isang motor unit would either have myopathy. Di ba kanina neuropathy kasi nerve fiber. Ngayon, muscle myopathy, and also there can be a denervation disorder. Pag myopathy, pwedeng segmental. Again, pag segmental, only a portion. Pwede rin may hypertrophy. Ito nakita nyo to sa heart. Ano nag-hypertrophy, especially the left ventricle. Di ba nakita nyo yung myocytes lalaki? With yung pala namin box cars. Yung parang matchbox car. Pero ngayon elongated yung nuclei na. Ganun. Tapos ito, cytoplasmic inclusion, just like yung mga nakikita natin sa viral infections. Pero this time, wala siyang nuclear. Cytoplasmic lang inclusions. Okay? Pag denervation, pwede siyang ang nag-lose ng nerve supply, pwedeng group, no? So it will lead to atrophy. Siyempre kasi, di ba, naaral nyo rin yan, cell adaptation, di ba? When there is loss of nerve supply, siyempre, walang nerve supply, nag-atrophy. Di ba? And then, ang appearance niya, instead of the usual either polygonal or nagiging angulated yung fibers. Okay? So, you can characterize yung ano. So, let's go to denervation atrophy. So, pag sinabing denervation atrophy, uwi ano kami? Hi! So, ito. Okay lang yan. Sa UP nga, hindi pumapasok. Joke. Pero kasi ngayon may rule na, no? Na dapat pumasok. Ang reason ko naawa ko sa teacher, kagaya mo ngayon, teacher na naawa ko. Ganun yung usapan namin. Kasi kung babaksak, di naman, di mo pa na naman. Joke. Saan ako napunta doon? O, ito daw. Meron denervation, no? Nag-atrophy ang muscle. Tignan nyo naman, no? Ito, healthy muscle pa. Para siyang balon. Yung neuron tapos. Ito na-denervate. Ito, may loss of innervation. So, wala na siyang neural input. Okay? So, and again, what are the results of atrophy? Itong denervation, angulated na yung fibers, yung mention ko. Tapos, nagsiswitch sa fiber type. Kung dati, type 1, nagiging type 2, no? So, may tatlong patterns. Itong denervation atrophy, pinakikilala. Pwedeng neurogenic ang cause. Pag group siya, no? Sabi natin, nagka-cluster na. Kanina may na-mention ako, group atrophy. Ito naman, perifascicular atrophy. Doon sa, palibot, no? Kung sabi, peri, ng fascicle. Ang prototype niya is dermatomyositis. Later on, you will study this, no? And then, sabi natin kasi nagsiswitch sa fiber type, pwedeng nagkakaroon ng type 2 fiber atrophy, especially when the patient is taking steroids. Okay? Yan yung mga etiology. Okay. So, ano yung mga reactions naman ng muscle fiber? Kanina, ano bang binanggit natin? Ano yung mga itong denervation? General reactions. Kanina, no? React naman ang react. General reactions, tapos yung susunod ko ay reactions lang. General kasi, no? Pero ito, ang mga reactions niya would be segmental. Kaya nabanggit ko rin ito kanina, no? Segmental necrosis, fiber hypertrophy, and cytoplasmic inclusion. So let's go to segmental necrosis. So alam niyo naman yung necrosis, kanina segmental demyelination kasi nerve siya. So for segmental, only a portion again. No? So necrosis, is the sum total of all the morphologic changes following cell death, di ba? So, na-destroy siya, yung myocyte, and then magpapakma na naman, myophagocytosis, there would be deposition of collagen. Ito, tandaan nyo to, at times, no? Di ba kasi skeletal muscles related? So, when you see, nare-replace na siya ng collagen sa may fibrous tissue, no? Fibrosis, ganun. And then, may mga fats. So, you know yung fat naman, sa processing, ano itsura ng fat cells? Para lang siyang bilog na may nucleus displaced na dun sa periphery. So, when you see that, you are sure that you are dealing with a muscle fiber undergoing segmental necrosis. Okay? May nakikita ka, puro collagen na, tas fat. And then, ito, para siyang stem cells, si satellite cells. Natatandaan niyo si stem cells, it has the ability to repopulate, di ba? Yung mga na-damage na, inire-reconstitute niya. Parang gamot lang, di ba? For reconstitution. Damaged portion ng muscle fiber, and this would lead to enlargement of the nuclei. So, hindi lang sa, di ba kasi yung fiber, yung mga myofiber hypertrophy, parang naging elongated yung nuclei. This time, lumalaki din yung nuclei niya. So, another clue that we are dealing with, sa amin yun nasa pato. Pag nakita namin yun, we are dealing with segmental necrosis. Next, fiber hypertrophy, para lang LVH na, you see increase in the size of the myocytes, di ba? With elongated nuclei. Nag-growing. Tandaan nyo, di ba? Kaya lang heart muscle yun, di ba? Lumalaki. Tapos yung nuclei niya, nagiging elongated, di ba? Ganyan yung hypertrophy. Pero sa muscle to kasi LVH, ay sa cardiac muscle. So, ganun din naman. And it is again due to increased workload. Di ba? Ganon, nagko-compensate. Tandaan nyo, hypertension. Ganun. Tapos cytoplasm, sa ano yun cardiac muscle. Sino-compare ko. So, pag increased workload, lumalaki din, di ba? Kaya tayo nagba-bodybuilding exercise. So, cytoplasmic inclusions, tayo akala mo naman nag-gym. Population and accumulation of intracytoplasmic deposits. Okay? So, let's go to the different myopathies. Kanina, neuropathies, no? So, maiba naman. Myopathies kasi muscle na tayo. So, meron tayong inflammatory din, na? And they are said to be non-infectious. There are three, no? Diseases, dermatomyositis, polymyositis, and inclusion body myositis. Kasi inflammatory, so itis na. Myositis. So let's study them one by one. Pag dermatomyositis, as the name implies, anong kasama dyan? Skin, na? At saka muscle, na? Again, immune to, ha? Injury, immunologic injury to small blood vessels. So, very characteristic to visual tayo dito, no? Meron siyang heliotropic rash, which are lilac. Anong kulay yung lilac? Lilac. Violet? Purple, no? Upper eyelids with periorbital edema, and then may Groton's lesions then, which are dusky red patches sa knuckles, elbows, pwede sa hands, knees, gano'n. And slow onset ng bilateral muscle weakness, starting with the proximal muscles first. Okay? So, since this is an autoimmune, you have autoantibodies directed against it. So, serologic, pwede mo siyang pa-confirm, no? So, what are the antibodies? Ito, anti-MI2 directed against the helicase enzyme, especially kung may appearance ng Groton's tsaka heliotropic rash. Anti-Jo1, saan pa ito pinapagawa? CSS pa yun. Sjogren's yan na, si anti-Jo. Especially kung meron ka na ring extramuscular involvement, no? Hindi lang skin and muscle. Extramuscular in the form of interstitial lung disease, pwede may arthritis, anti-mechanics hands, no? At times, pwede rin myocarditis, no? And then, anti-P155 and P140 for those na may rin kasi tayo juvenile dermatomyositis, no? If you're suspecting na may juvenile. So, ito yung niya, itsura. Hindi siya masyadong violet Siya yung heliotropic rash. Ito naman si Groton's lesions, na? So sa histopath, ang biopsy, you see perifascicular atrophy, very characteristic of dermatomyositis. Pag sinabing atrophy, decrease, di ba, in size and number. So yun. And yung palibot ng fascicle, isang muscle fascicle na doon nakikita. So anong presentation nito ng dermatomyositis? May dysphagia. Yung na-mention ko kanina, hindi lang skin and muscle, it can involve the lungs, the vessel, and the heart. So may higher risk. Ang danger nito kasi may risk of developing visceral cancers, 40%, that's high, no? Okay? And then may special type, juvenile dermatomyositis is said to be the most common inflammatory myopathy among children. So ang presentation niya, may abdominal pain and GI involvement. So of course, you can also appreciate yung mga dermatomyositis associated vasculopathy and skin changes. Okay? So, let's go to polymyositis. Tinanggal si dermato. So meaning, there is no skin involvement na. Poly lang siya. Proximal muscle din, just like the dermato. And ganun din. Pwede may myocarditis, interstitial lung disease, mga vasculitis, mainly in adults. Wala siyang batang type, juvenile. So, the inflammatory cells are found in the endometrium mostly. And ang characteristic niya, may case kasi akong ganito, no? Na-sign out ko. Ano siya? Pwedeng may necrotic. So, may segmental necrosis. Ano nakikita sa segmental necrosis? Pwede may connective tissue deposition. Diba? May collagen, may fat, ano pa? Nag-enlarge yung nuclei. Inaalala ko yung nakita ko doon sa biopsies. Tapos, ang ano pa niya, meron din siyang regenerating muscle fibers. So, combination na. So, yun yung appearance in the biopsy. Because the gold standard in the, mga ganyan, no, would be a biopsy. No? But of course, you have to correlate sa history. Yun nga, may weakness, di ba, proximal muscle, mga ganun. And also the EMG, electromyogram, di ba? Kung EEG sa brain, ECG sa heart, meron din EMG, electromyogram, may mga CT scan, MRI, so ganun. Na-conference yung case na yun. Sadly, namatay siya, no? Yung patient na yun. Lost to follow-up kasi nung una pagdating, mukhang may myocarditis na dumating yung patient. Nakwento ko lang. So, before we go to inclusion body, may new, dati ang name niya ay necrotizing autoimmune myopathy. Dagdag lang natin na ang pangalan niya ngayon is immune-mediated necrotizing myopathy. So, included siya because meron din siya muscle weakness, tapos mataas ang creatine kinase. So, there is necrosis, but sinama natin siya sa inflammatory, pero parang misnomer siya because there is no prominent inflammation, na? May necrosis lang. And you direct the antibodies against HMG-CoA reductase. And they are also associated with a prior statin. Siguro mataas yung BP nito dati, no? So, ito kasing statin, notorious din siya na nakakaproduce ng mga autoantibody, no? So, kaya nag-iingat din tayo sa pag-take. Ano pang danger niyan? Anong papa-watch out? Liver function, na? So, chine-check yung AST/ALT. Pwedeng tumaas. Kaya minomonitor pa rin. So, let's go to inclusion body myositis. This would affect older adults, more than 65 years old. Again, increase ang CK. Slowly progressive muscle weakness, usually sa quadriceps muscle. And ang papagawa mo antibody is antibody to cytosolic 5' nucleotidase 1A, CN1A. And very characteristic is the presence of your rim vacuoles. Di ba yung vacuole? Merimin. Okay? Ano to? Masons. Nasa Masons trichrome stain na, Gomori. Narinig niyo na ba yun? Kasi blue eh. Hindi siya usual HNE. Pag HNE violet, tsaka pink. Okay. Any questions? So, dami na natutunan. Hindi na tayo. Next would be toxic myopathy. So, ano-ano ulit classification sa myopathies? Nakalimutan. Inflammatory pa lang naman yata yung na-discuss ko. Number 2 is toxic. So, pag toxic, sabi ko, pag metabolic, you think of DM, di ba? Pag toxic, hindi mawawala si alcohol, di ba? So, alcohol, it can produce rhabdomyolysis. Also, sabi ko, notorious si statin, di ba? Yung mga simvastatin, mga ganun. Auto-antiba, nakaka-produce siya na. So, pwedeng mag-cause ng toxic myopathy. Also, and other drugs, chloroquine, saan ginagamot? Sa malaria, pero ngayon, resistant na kami sa Palawan. Palawan, hindi asawa ko lang. And corticosteroids, ICU myopathy. Hindi na gumagaling sa chloroquine. Okay, ito yung itsura, appearance of chloroquine myopathy. There is formation of vacuoles. So ito yung mga muscle bundles. No? Again, ano na naman ito? Gomori, trichrome yata na? Gomori. Stain kasi group. To enhance, to visualize the muscle. No? So yan, may mga vacuoles na siya. Okay. So, under toxic myopathy pa rin is your thyrotoxic myopathy. So either the hyper or hypothyroidism no, can cause that. So it can cause acute or chronic proximal muscle weakness. So the weakness would precede the the onset of thyroid dysfunction. So of course, pag hyperthyroid, exophthalmos, mga ganun na, opposite naman dito kay hypothyroidism, may cramping, aching pain. Ito may ophthalmoplegia. Pag hyperthyroid, sa paano mo madidistinguish, you get the TSH na naman na, very important. Okay, ito naman yung hereditary, yung counterpart ng inherited muscle diseases. So, pangatlo pa lang tayo. Ilan ba? Inisip ko ba? Inflammatory, toxic, and then ito, congenital or inherited or hereditary. So, meron congenital, ang mga sub-classification, congenital, muscular dystrophies, congenital, iba pa si muscular dystrophies, congenital muscular dystrophies, at saka conditions with abnormalities in receptors for extracellular matrix. Okay? Dumami na ng panahon ko, yan naman tayo nakukumpit. Sige na nga, mas matalino kayo sa amin. Mas marami information ngayon. Kami nung time, mas konti pa na. Mas matalino din sabi ko sa isang class. Mas matalino kayo kay Jose Rizal. Hindi naman. Tuwan-tuwa sila. Bakit? Hindi, mas konti lang info naman. Ang sa amin, mas konti info but few access to the information. Kayo naman, mas marami. But you have to choose wisely na kung anong mga refutable. At ko nasabi, kasi baka mamaya Wikipedia lang kayo. Okay. So, ito ng panahon namin, parang akala mo tanda-tanda na. Depende pa na kayong anak na, who's the oldest? At tinuro talaga, may turo, yung age lang naman tinatanong ko. Sa bagay, tanong ko who no? Anong age group kayo? Ayun, inabot ba kayo ng K-12? Yes! Mas matanda kayo. Sayang. Ang tawag ito, X-linked na muscular dystrophy. Si Duchenne, nakatandaan ito, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, DMD. It is the most common and most severe. There is a defect in short arm, basta ng gene. Chromosome X, region 2, band 1, encoding the enzyme dystrophy. Okay? So, usually, normal naman sila pagkapanganak, pero notice mo ang tagal. May delay in walking, tas clumsy sila. Weakness begins in the pelvic area, then shoulder girdle. Tapos pag nakatayo na sila, nagiging lordotic naman with weakening of scapula. There is pseudohypertrophy of calf muscles. Okay? Ang isa pa would be, but less severe, ganun din, may defects sa dystrophin, is Becker muscular dystrophy, BMD. Hindi BYD ha. Kotse na naman. MG at saka. So ito yung dystrophin. It's a type of intracellular protein. para siyang yung contractile, siya na may function, apparatus and extracellular. So, difficulty in walking, tapos. And then, kung nakakatayo na sila, may lordotic and winging. Paano yung winging scapula? Okay, so this is what I mean when we say there is variation in fiber size. And also, replacement of this. Ito yung mga muscle. Ito yung typical HNE na isip nyo. Kanina kasi blue. Pag blue, gumawa yun. Ito, yan no, ito yung mga fat. Nare-replace na ng fat and even fibrous tissue na collagen. Okay? So, anong diagnosis nyo dyan? Pag nare-replace na ng segmental necrosis, pwede, no? O kaya, yan, may total replacement na ng fat and connective tissue. Pinadiagnose. Okay, so other than muscular dystrophy, may topic pa rin siya myotonic dystrophy. Kasi di ba anong classification ng hereditary? Congenital, pangalawa ay muscular dystrophy, nakasama pa na myotonic dystrophy. So when we say this is sustained involuntary muscle contraction, nagpa-complain sila ng stiffness. So usually late childhood. Okay, may gait abnormalities, GAIT, difficulty in releasing grip. So, natatandaan niyo ba ito sa genetics niyo? Meron siyang anticipation phenomenon. So, anong dahilan? Ito siya. Trinucleotide repeat na, CTG. May expansion. Ayoko na magbasa ng gene, long arm. Ng chromosome 19. Ayoko na magbasa, pero binabasa ko. Region 1, band 3, sub-band. Kasi ito pa ulit. Region. So, yan yung gene na involved na. And it affects the mRNA for dystrophia, myotonia, protein kinase. Okay. So, ito daw yung picture na si tatay na may myotonic dystrophy. Okay, frontal balding. Tapos, may hat shape. Ano ba yan, laro? Fascies, because of atrophy of temporalis muscle. Pwede siyang makadevelop ng cataract early on. Ito pa, metosis, may drooping daw ng mouth. Paano nagdodroop ang mouth? Nakaprotrude siguro na. And because of the weakness ng facial muscles, nagkakaroon siya ng ptosis. Gynecomastia, and then wasting ng SCM, sternocleidomastoid. And then, pwede siyang magkaroon din ng endocrinopathy at saka arrhythmia. Okay? So, yan daw ang picture ng myotonic dystrophy. Ayaw lumito. Okay. So, under muscular pa rin dumami na. Sabi ko sa inyo, nag-aaral kami, DMD and BMD. Duchenne, Duchenne, pinagsama. Tsaka si Becker lang. Ngayon, may Emery-Dreifuss pa. So, ang mutation niya is found in the nuclear lamina proteins. So, ito yung kanyang distribution ng weakness, humero, sa, humerus, peroneal, dito sa may cardiomyopathy contractures. Meron ding fascioscapulohumeral. So, pag nag-extend sa may scapula. Facial and shoulder girdle, ang naman niya, overexpression nitong gene na to, DAX4, which is autosomal dominant. Meron din, itong panahon ko meron na niya, limb girdle, proximal muscle group. This time, autosomal recessive naman siya. Ayun dito. Okay. So, meron ding inborn errors. Under hereditary, may inborn errors. Have you heard of yung mga glycogen storage diseases? Si McArdle, Pompe, may mga nauna pa, Niemann-Pick, mga ganun. Ito. So, ang presentation niya, kaya napunta na, that's why we are discussing this, there is also severe muscle pain, especially accentuated during exercise or fasting, or there can be progressive muscle damage. So, there are 3, depending on the enzyme that is deficient, ito, si carnitine palmitol transferase 2 deficiency, si McArdle, dati ang tawag natin muscle phosphorylase, ngayon myophosphorylase. Parang ganun din naman muscle. Yun ang deficient sa kanya. And then, pag Pompe disease, the acid maltase. Okay? So, pero all in all, ang characteristic niya is muscle pain, no? Tapos may weakness. So, other than that, meron ding mitochondrial myopathy. So, do you still remember sa genetics? Binabalik ko na lang kayo. Mostly, ang nucleus is, the DNA is located in the nucleus, diba? But there is some na nasa mitochondria. And kapag nasa mitochondria, usually maternal inheritance. So, tatandaan niyo yan sa genetics. And ito yung example niya, si Leber optic myopathy, di ba? Maternal inheritance, mitochondria. Kung natatandaan niyo, nagle-lecture din kasi ako genetics. So, ito yun. Pag mitochondrial, maternal ang inheritance, there is mutation usually sa mitochondrial or pwede rin sa nuclear gene. There is again, proximal muscle weakness, mataas ang CK, and rhabdomyolysis, and may kasama siyang ophthalmoplegia. Dati ito lang eh. Ngayon kasama si Kearns-Sayre syndrome pati si Leigh syndrome. Okay? So, anong characteristic niya? Kanina, sino yung may rim vacuous? Nakalimutan na. Sa peripheral. Myositis yun. Inclusion body myositis. Nasa muscle pala yun. Di ba tama ako? Ngayon, pinakikilala ko naman, ang mitochondrial myopathy, ang makikita nyo is rugged red fibers. Pag EM, parking lot inclusions. Okay? So, di ba ang ganda? Laging si Pato may mga pangalan-pangalan. Ang ganda ba? Okay. So much for muscular dystrophies. Let's go to congenital myopathies. Oh, mas may record holder. Nag-break niya yung ano. Mas late siya. Sorry ha. Ang pathologist na observe. Hindi, okay lang. Hindi kita pinapahiya ha. Okay lang yan. Sabi ko nga sa UP, hindi na ako mapasok. Ikaw na pumasok. But for the effort, salamat sa'yo. Okay. So, spinal muscular atrophy, SMA, no? Ang ano niya, loss of motor neurons in utero. So, early onset, slowly progressive course, proximal or generalized weakness, and hypotonia. Kung present at birth, siya rin yung, natatandaan niyo yung may genomic imprinting tayo? Si Brother Willie at saka si, Angel Managa, Angel Mama kasi. Diba? May fluffy babies. So yun, pwede siya may severe joint contracture, autosomal recessive, and ang problem is deletion of the survival motor gene. Wow! Ay, hindi pa ako tapos pala. Sorry naman. Kasi, under that, tama, tapos na ako doon. Sorry Ito. So, meron pa yung type ng myopathies, ion channel myopathy. Dati nung nag-aaral ako, wala pa yun. So, usually potassium siya, no? So, autosomal dominant, ang presentation pwedeng may myotonia or hypotonic paralysis. There is mutation sa genes that encode ion channel, kaya may pangalan niya ay ion channel myopathies. Usually, ang presentation is periodic paralysis, na? Nakakita na ba kayo ng or may nag-diagnose na hypokalemic periodic paralysis? Nagkaroon ng ganun pamangkin ko, hindi siya makalakad, no? So, ang reason naman sa kanya may Graves' disease pala siya. No? So, may mga ibang reasons. Ito, kung i-relate natin sa myopathies na, parang purely, siya, tumaas ang potassium or bumaba. So, ito yung gene niya, KCNJ2 at saka ito, CACNAS. Or pwede rin due to malignant hyperpyrexia. Ibig sabihin, tumaas yung temperature na RYR1 with anesthesia. Okay? Hindi siya masyadong ganun. Okay, pag makita niyo yung tumors, masaya na kayo. Last na, di ba? Patapos na sa lahat ng systemic discussion pag organ system. Pag tumors na, patapos na yun. Okay, so tatapos na. Peripheral nerve sheath tumors, under that meschwanoma, neurofibroma, tsaka ang malignant counterpart ng sa malignant peripheral nerve sheath tumor. Okay. So let's go to schwannoma. So, may picture pala dito. Ang ganda. Ito yung hypercellular tsaka hypocellular areas. Anthony A, Anthony B, and then merong area na walang nucleus. So, we call that Verroque body. Hindi Boracay. No? So, ano siya? Sa gross, ganyan yung itsura niya. Pero huwag niyong titignan masyado yung gross. Dapat microscopic. So, Anthony A, yun yung hyper, yung dense area. Loose area is the Anthony B. And then, meron doon nuclear-free zone, no? Verroque bodies. Pag nakita mo siya sa 8th cranial nerve, you call that acoustic neuroma. Okay? Next is your neurofibroma. So, tatlong klase, localized cutaneous, diffuse neurofibroma, at plexiform. So, si localized, ito lang yung tsura niya, para siyang well-demarcated. Pero ano siya, hindi siya encapsulated na, parang hemangioma. Pero sa neoplasia, hindi lahat ng hindi encapsulated ay malignant. Benign ito ha. So diffuse neurofibroma, it mimics the Meissner's corpuscle. Natatandaan niyo ba yung Meissner's? Mga tactile-like bodies. Si plexiform naman, ang itsura niya yan, para siyang nag-expand, no? Kaya we call that a bud of worm, no? Na appearance. Okay? So, si malignant peripheral nerve sheath tumor naman, MPNST, as the name implies, malignant na siya, no? Usually high grade, poorly defined. Kasi di ba, pagka malignant, walang hindi well circumscribed. So, sa microscopic, it appears as fascicles siya, no? Ng spindle cells with variation in cellularity. Of course, since malignant, may mga anaplastic changes. O, review nga, ano yung mga anaplastic changes? Neoplasia, high NC ratio, hyperchromatism, pleomorphism, ano pa, loss of polarity, may ako, sabi review nga, ayaw ko nagre-review, loss of polarity. Di ba? Ano pa? Yun. Tapos, this tumor would have, minsan ang other name niya is malignant triton tumor. Na? Triton kasi there are other differentiation, hindi lang isa, na divergent. Ang differentiation pwedeng galing sa glandular, mga mukhang adeno, pwede rin sa cartilage, bone, or rhabdomyoblastic. Na? And it is associated with, huwag niyong kalimutan, sa neurofibromatosis 1. Kaya papakilala ko rin si neurofibromatosis. So which is inherited na condition. It has two types, type 1 and type 2. Both are autosomal dominant. Magkaiba lang sila ng mga tumors that are involved. No? Pag type 1, ito, neurofibroma, MPNST, glioma, pheochromocytoma, nasa adrenal medulla. No? So may mental retardation, may seizure, skeletal defects, pigmented lesion. We call that cafe-au-lait. Na? And then, pag nasa skin, pag nasa iris or sa mata, we call that leash nodules. So ang problem, dahil type 1, loss of function mutation sa NF1 gene. Sa type 2, so meron siyang kasamang bilateral 8 nerve schwannoma, no? And multiple gliomas, no? So sa brain yun. Okay, ito yung picture ng type 1 neurofibromatosis. Pag nasa iris, ito yung leash nodules. No? Kala mo may contact lens lang, no? Tapos ito yung cafe-au-lait. Ito, at times, pwede siyang in the form of nodules. Nakakita na kayo ng ganitong pasyente. Minsan may fissure sa Jessica, so, or mga ganun, no? So, yan yung, may neurofibromatosis. Sa halip na flat lang, pwede siyang maging nodules, na? Multiple nodules. Okay, I think that's the end of my lecture. So, masaya na kayo. Can I have the, attendance? Ihiya pa. Thank you very much. So we'll see each other. So faculty is Monday. So do your best. We love to see you sa third year, no?
Yes. Papasa nyo kami,
Sa
no?
i-claim nyo na, pero dapat mag-aral. Thank you. Ayaw na namin kayo makita kayo.
Lahat ng bagsak, ipapasa nyo, no?
Ayaw na namin kayo makita sa yes, pero dapat third year.
Tayo lang. Tayo lang, pre. Uy! Uy! Sakto! Wow! Sige. Oo nga, mag-drive-drive na lang. Tulad yung pagsagal naman yung lumagan sa inyo, dapat may editor. Legit ba? Parang kala mo, ano yun? Hindi, kasi pagtagal, ganun na nangyayari. Kaya lang puno lagi yung editor ka na. Hindi mo bilis ng editor. Mas mabilis 30 minutes. Kahit na professional. Pag may commission lang siya, kahit 30, 70. Mag-50 muna initially para lang ano siya. Magiging paid partnership na makikita ko sa ilalim. No?
May meeting mamaya at 2:30.
Anong gagawin?
Script reading ulit. Kasi pinanifest ko.
Ayaw nga.
Hindi ako actually.
Mag-aaway kami ni Carl eh. Bubugbugin ko si Carl pa.
Ano yung gusto ko? Kasi ba't yung ano to power girl?
Oo. Eh, nabad trip ako sa kanya.
Dapat pag hindi ka na patigyan mo ng kamang. Hindi pa ako ulit.
Yari sa
Dapat sabihin mo man lang pinansin yung pen ko.
Ha? Hindi, pinakasasabi mo lang sa akin. Grabe sa akin. Dahil yung natin dito.
In-explain ko, sabi ko, sorry mo everything.
Tulang kasi rapat tracks naman. Sila Diamond. Pag sa kanya to eh.